Tech
People stay
bros.
awake. It's here.
For all you tech bros, I hope you're listening. This is an invention right here that could really change the game, you
Hey,
know?
I'll be the first buyer.
Here you
Um,
go. I'm setting you all up
if
for
someone can create an AI for X-rays that makes so it's so comfortable for patients, they would be a billionaire.
tech bros. Tech bros. She's giving out game for sure. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Strategic Edge podcast, the show where we dive deep into forward-thinking business leaders who stay ahead of the curve. I'm your host, Jean Godoni, and I work with businesses all around the world to help them simplify their operations, cut wasted effort, and scale smarter using modern systems and AI. Today, I am thrilled to be joined by someone who exemplifies leadership and longevity in the dentistry industry, Virginia Wood. She is the office manager and expanded functions dental assistant at Albright Dental Care in Phoenix, Arizona. She's also been leading operations there for 14 years, and she recently earned the FADM distinction, one of the highest honors in dental management. So we're going to explore with her what successful dental practices are doing differently and how leaders like her are shaping the future of patient experience. Virginia, it's great to have you here in the Strategic Edge.
Nice to be here. You can call me Ginny, by the way.
Oh, okay. Ginny. It's I like that, meaning that we might get close after this conversation. I've seen that you've been with Albright Dental Care for over 14 years.
Mhm.
That kind of commitment is really rare today. So what's kept you
Yeah, yeah.
motivated through all the changes and
Oh,
challenges, especially in the dental industry?
so much. I mean, I'm actually getting ready to celebrate 40 years in February being in
Oh,
dentistry.
very nice.
Um, Successful. Gosh, there's so many things to help a dental practice be successful.
What
First of
would be
all,
your
for an
top
office
five?
manager,
Yeah.
my top five, number one would be ADOM, American
Hmm.
Association of Dental Office Managers. When having a tribe behind you to have questions answered, and even, with my experience, I'm still learning,
Hmm.
especially with
Hmm.
all this stuff and this AI coming out. I
Hmm.
believe that Overjet is huge.
Hmm.
That's a huge tool to use for insurance,
Yeah.
for patient presentation. Thirdly, I'm not really, these aren't really in order, but third is having an office staff that is just everyone is like family.
Yeah.
Having an office staff treating our patients like
Mhm.
family.
Mhm.
It's you got to find the right staff. That is
Yeah.
key. Key is staff. Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lose patients from staff
Mhm.
members. Um, you could have insurance problems from staff members not knowing, you know, their job. I mean, there's lots of things you can do to you just really need to take the time to really pick your staff carefully. Um, Staff is one of the most major keys ever in terms of running a successful dental practice. And your doctor has to
Mhm.
be amazing. I've been
Definitely.
working. Yeah, when I first came to Albright, it was owned by an absentee doctor, Dr. Stephen Polis owned it. And
Yeah.
I hired Dr. Jacobson to be my Friday, Saturday doctor.
Mhm.
And then the practice went up for sale. And he came to me and he says, "Gee, is it worth buying?" And I said, "Absolutely, with me here."
Mhm.
I can turn it around. So when I got here at this practice, back in 2011, production was up probably a monthly of 45,000, which is really low because this
Yeah.
is mostly a DHMO Medicare Medicaid office I'm at right now, which
Mhm.
I love my seniors. This is my calling. This is where I should have been in the beginning of my career. I love my seniors.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's staff, it's doctor, it's programs that can implement in your practice that can drive revenue up, such as Overjet.
Yeah,
We had well, I think there's another one called Pearl. Overjet, I think, is
yeah,
a little bit more comprehensive and gives you a little bit more detail than Pearl, but
hmm,
it's a great tool, either one of them.
yeah,
It's AI. I mean, it's like a
yeah,
second set of eyes looking. I mean, your doctor's one set of eyes, and then you got AI over here as a second set of eyes. It's great.
yeah.
It's great. We have it up in every operatory. Oh, and what else?
I think you said five.
I would. Did I say five?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The
Okay.
staff
Well,
making
there's
you
so
feel like
many.
family. Yeah, there's so many,
Mm-hmm.
but because
Mm-hmm.
of time, we can't go into it too deeply. But I believe those top five are very important.
Yes.
Especially running a business when people are close to each other makes it grow
Mm-hmm.
exponentially, you know. So I wanted to go into the next question, which was about your FADOM distinction, which
Yes.
congratulations again for
Thank
that.
you.
What did that journey teach you about running a practice effectively? I mean, now that I think we know the answer to this because you've mentioned some elements to it, but for you, especially when it comes to keeping operations organized and scalable, um, how has that Fathom distinction helped you with that?
Don't look at my desk right now. It's not very organized. But they have these modules in the Dale thing, in the Dale learning thing that we have to do. It's more like
Hmm.
it's a test. And they teach you about like accounts receivable, accounts payable, good. They teach you kind of organization ways to monitor and track those. They
Hmm.
taught me more about the HIPAA compliance. I mean, we have dental offices out there that, they're giving their patients those HIPAA compliance forms, and, the staff
Yeah,
doesn't even understand what it says.
yeah.
So I think understanding your forms and everything, that helped me a
Hmm.
lot. Uh, the modules really dove into specific things like insurance, and and I learned some stuff that I didn't know,
Yeah,
which was great.
yeah.
And also about approaching people. We may run this
Hmm.
like, and everybody, my patients come in and they see their neighbors in the waiting room and they're like, hello, approaching those people who feel like family with you, but then having a conversation about money
Yeah,
and treatment.
yeah.
You got to have, those tools to kindly ask, for money,
Hmm.
for there. It was just a really good tool. I'm actually working on my next distinction right now, which is the
Yeah,
master's.
yeah.
And I'm actually learning as I'm doing it. This is phenomenal. I'm going to
Mm.
volunteer, and yeah, it just it the distinctions really humble you in terms of your career
Yeah.
and what you know and what you don't know, really
Hmm.
more of what you don't know. And yeah, it was a great journey. And
Hmm.
I actually received it by several members that were in my what do you call it? It's not called a chapter anymore.
Yeah,
But they don't call them chapters anymore, but it's a
it's kind
chapter.
of
I
like a
I
chapter.
was just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm actually part of the Baltimore, Maryland
Ooh,
one. Yeah,
nice.
Arizona's kind of, we don't kind of meet and not as active, so I chose to switch chapters, which you
For them.
can. You can be part of
Yeah.
any chapter. You don't have to be part of your home state.
Well, that's
So
such a
yeah.
great foundation that you have so far. And it's clear
Hmm.
that the consistency as well as the leadership are part of your big success. which brings me to the next part of our conversation is how you've built systems that actually support that kind of long-term growth. So with every growing dental practice, like you've mentioned, there was a former owner, Steve Hollis, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
Then now you brought on
Hmm.
Jacobson, and then he invested into buying the dental practice. So I know maybe there's been like some bumps in the road at a certain point. So whether it's like keeping the schedule full, handling patient follow-up, or even just managing all the moving places behind the scenes. For Albright, what do you feel
Yeah.
has been the biggest bottleneck or biggest bump that you've encountered lately?
The biggest bump I've encountered lately is the government going after ICE going after the Hispanics and the Hispanic population. That has impacted my practice
Mhm.
significantly. I'm down here in South Phoenix, which
Yeah.
is mostly Hispanics, and it's the older
Hmm.
Hispanics too. It's my seniors. They're afraid to go out of their house. They're afraid to go grocery shopping. They have their kids go grocery shopping for them.
Yeah.
They're just not coming, and it's really impacted my practice. So what I did is I just had a conversation. See, both of my front office are bilingual,
Hmm.
and they've built really cool, and they're actually sisters, and
Oh, wow.
they've built this rapport with these
Yeah.
patients, like like it's family. And so they're calling them and telling them in Spanish, you're safe coming to the dentist. No,
Yeah.
you won't get, they're not raiding medical and dental offices. You're
Facilities.
completely
Yeah.
safe. So yeah,
Hmm.
making them feel safe.
Yeah.
The other thing was during COVID, keeping the doors open was really hard for
Yeah.
probably most of businesses in America.
Hmm.
What we did is, well, they'd only allow us to be open for a certain amount of hours. I think we were open from like 8 to 1 for emergencies only.
Hmm.
And what we did is that if an emergency came in, we just did the work that day,
Yeah.
unless, of course, they were really, really infected. And I think most dentists did that around the country, just doing what they can within that short amount of time you were allowed to be open. Um,
Mhm.
and we made people feel safe. We had big containers of masks, right, and you come in as the front door, and
Yeah.
disinfecting wipes and everything. And we had the seats numbered. I mean, we made people feel 100% safe. And so when it died down, those people kept
Mhm.
coming, and they were bringing their family, they were bringing neighbors, because we were so conscientious during that time. They built trust with us.
Yeah.
So, but that was a
Which
hard
is good.
time. And, and then, of course, right now with ICE crackdowns, that we're going through that right now,
Hmm.
that has been a hard time. The other hard time was probably transitioning from Dr. Poloso owning it to Dr. Jacobson,
Yeah.
changing all the NPIs and tax identifications and payer ID. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
that's a
Took some time.
normal routine
Hmm.
that an office manager does when you buy a
Hmm.
practice and or the practice changes hands. But yeah, the
Yeah.
COVID and the icing are, yeah, those have really been impacting my practice here
Yeah.
in Arizona. Yeah.
You mentioned this software that is it Overjet, something like that? Is it Overjet? Overjet, yeah.
Yes,
So about Overjet, I'm just trying to because I haven't heard of it, but I've heard of Pearl. So with
it's a lot
Overjet,
like it.
hmm,
Hmm.
it's a lot like Pearl.
It is, but it gives you more information. It gives you a lot more details on the breakdown of what's going on in the tooth.
Hmm.
It also has an insurance side to it,
Yeah.
which Pearl doesn't.
Yeah.
Most uh programs that you hire to go in and get benefits for you for a patient, Most of them
Yeah.
just go into like a clearinghouse and grab the benefits from whatever's in the clearinghouse. Overjet actually goes into the websites and actually lets you get code specific. So you can list 10 codes that you
Yeah.
definitely want the breakdowns for, and Overjet
Mm-hmm.
will go in there. So, and pull the information for the codes that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It also, because it goes into the websites, it actually, like most insurance verification programs, will only
Mm-hmm.
give you like maybe a third of your patients because other insurances are not signed up. Overjet
Yeah.
actually goes in to those websites. They get your pass, you put in your password, they get and user ID, and it goes right in and gets the
Yeah.
information for you from the website.
That's amazing because I don't think
Uh,
Pearl can do
yeah,
exactly that.
Overjet will actually break things down into decay, missing, or fractured, and they'll give you a
Mm-hmm.
percent of the filling that's in there and
Yeah.
a percent of the decay that's in there. It'll give you bone levels. It'll give you, and it gives you that in, the millimeters. It gives you it can periapical infections. And the nice thing about it is I can pull up I have a double monitor in my office, and I pull up the patient's x-rays on
Yeah.
one monitor, and then I pull up the patient's x-rays on Overjet on the other monitor. And then we
Mm-hmm.
see, the things that the doctor had diagnosed, and we compare them to the Overjet as a comparison. And I do explain to them that it is AI. It's like a second opinion. Um,
Yeah.
built right in. And then I
Do
also
you
print
use,
them and give them
oh,
to the
sorry.
patient.
Okay. Do you use AI for other things such as like maybe scheduling appointments for patients, even follow-ups with the patients, or even trying to acquire clients without even using referrals, or maybe, yeah, like do you use AI for such areas?
I use AIs in insurance. I use them to write my appeals. I
Yeah.
use AI to um, we have a app which is AI driven, and it'll questions and answers, and it'll give you answers, and if you can't, then it'll come to us.
Hmm.
So it's something that they earn points for, they whenever they make an appointment, or if they reschedule an appointment, or pay their bill through the app or whatever. They earn
Hmm.
points, and then their points earn prizes. And
Yeah,
so AI generates that and the conversations through the app.
that's amazing. So that means you guys, you're up on your tech stack. You've really sorted
Yeah.
out your tech stack then. So, do you have any workflow, like any workflow that is still manual that you think that would be improved with AI?
Workflow. As far as like our office and business office, we are implementing AI, like I said. As far as dentistry, there's all kinds of things in dentistry. You can go down and use the cameras, and then they'll have the AI stuff going along on the sides. We don't
Uh-huh.
use any of that. My doctor's kind of dry dental. It's like in the back office.
Yeah.
He's kind of like he knows what he's good at. He knows the
Hmm.
materials he uses. He's very familiar with them. So he's kind of like it's it works perfect. I'm not going to change anything. But up in the
Yeah.
front office, business office,
Hmm.
my job, everyone,
Yeah.
we do AI. We use AI all the time.
Yeah. So like what I always hear dentists or office managers like yourself always say, yeah, I use AI, but they never really explain how they use AI to their benefit. So for
Well,
other
it
office
works
managers,
wonderful for appeals. It's
of
amazing.
okay,
Like if you get you get a denial from an insurance company, and you already know what you want to say, so just type it out. You could be sloppy and forget grammars and punctuations. And then you just throw
Hmm.
it into AI and it makes something beautiful that you can send to the insurance company.
So you manually do that by like taking it to the AI and then you don't have it like
Well,
integrated into the systems that you use.
we could use voice. I do have the voice microphone I could use, but I don't know. Something about typing it. Yeah, something
Okay,
about
well,
typing it makes me feel better.
yeah, because you're able to just pour it from your mind
Think.
to your hands and
Hmm.
then it
Yeah.
produces. But
Yeah, and
that's
then
a
I'd put it into AI. But yeah, I mean, we do have the capability to just voice it right into the AI and then it'll write it for us. But I choose to type because I like a certain format and I like to move things
yeah,
around. Yeah, so
that's a really helpful picture of where things stand. What you're describing is what I've seen as well often with other dental practices. They are using, as my camera just switched
yeah.
off. Oh, there we go. We've
I think AI is phenomenal. Uh,
Mhm.
this office back in 2011 was producing only like $40,000 a month, which is so insignificant when it comes to, and now this office is sitting in a multi-million dollar practice a
That's
year.
amazing.
So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and a lot of it has to do with a lot of the new things that are coming out. AI has helped significantly with insurance denials.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my biggest things is insurance denials, getting them
Mhm.
approved.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because that's revenue that your doctor has already produced. You just have to go get it.
True. Yeah.
So make sure you can get it.
It seems like there's nothing that you'd really like want to solve right now. So if you could just wave a there's no need to wave a magic wand to streamline any daily operations because everything is going so well. If that's
No, I
from
I
what I'm
do.
hearing.
I do think there's could be more improvements. Always. I mean, we're always improving. We're improving
Yeah.
ourselves, we're improving our jobs, we're improving our families, we're improving everything. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go to the ADOM convention next year and
Yeah.
I may find something even better, you know?
Mhm.
So y- I can't even think what the next AI thing is going to be. Who knows what
Yeah.
it's going to be? But
No one knows. It
it's
just
going to benefit
comes
us.
up. Mm.
Yeah, it's going to benefit us.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely. So for my final question is when it comes to scaling, because already you guys are at multi-million, maybe you want to get to even billions one day. You never know. So when it comes to scaling, I mean,
my doctor's not going to do that.
you never know.
Not by
I mean,
himself,
with
at
now,
least. Well, not
of
by
course,
himself, at least.
of course, not by himself. I mean, he has a great person like you to help him do that and a great staff behind him as well. So he could, all of you could make the business into $1 billion business. You never know, especially now with AI making everything easier. I don't know, what do you think needs to happen next for Albright to make that leap? Maybe not into the billions, but into the multi millions, you know?
Mm. I would like to see someone create more comfortable x-rays.
Mm.
I think that would
Are you
help
able to dive
patients.
deep?
Yeah. Well, I mean, saying patient fear, overcoming patient fear. The size, the corners, the sharp, they haven't, I mean, even with the sensors, uh,
Hmm.
the size, I mean, if there was a way to do it without, you know, putting that big thing in their mouth, I think
Yeah,
that would be, AI
that would
could
be
create
amazing.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's all about making patients feel comfortable. I mean,
yeah,
I think it's fear. If we could overcome fear in
hmm,
dentistry,
yeah.
that would be amazing.
All
That's why
you tech
people stay
bros,
away, is fear.
For all you tech bros, I hope you're listening. This is an invention right here that could really change the game, you
Hey,
know?
I'll be the first buyer.
Here you
Um,
go. I'm setting you all up. Here's the first buyer for sure.
yeah,
So
if
for
someone can create an AI for X-rays that makes so it's so comfortable for patients, they would be a billionaire.
tech bros, she's giving out game for sure. So for the other office managers out there, like who might be filming over who might be feeling overwhelmed with all these things about like AI insurance claims, doing insurance appeals. What's one piece of advice that you could give them about building and managing systems that actually just make life easier and not harder for them?
I received some advice from an office manager probably 20 years ago. The pace yourself.
Yeah.
Pace yourself. Have a journal or a daily journal.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, mine's full of sticky notes.
No,
But
it's okay.
have a daily journal just for the
Hmm.
day. Put your
Yeah,
priorities, have it written out. And I write mine out the day before, what I need to do
that's
the day before. And so when I come in, I look at mine and I know what to do. And then if one of my staff members needs me to do something, they know to put a sticky thing on my book. I'm
on
kind of
your
old
book.
school. Now there is now another way you could do that is just keep notepad on your computer
Right.
and put all your do's and don't, I mean, do's, you know, the most important things that can wait, stuff like that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Organizing your day. Don't walk into your I used to walk into my day and then everything would just come at me and I'd be all overwhelmed. Now I
Yeah.
don't do that. Plan your day just like a
Hmm.
schedule. You already work like a schedule on scheduled time. So schedule your time, time to post payments, time to work on appeals, time to process insurance claims, time to take care of staff issues, going over accounts, y- s-
Hmm.
whatever your tasks are. I know that it's different for every office manager. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do insurance verification because I have one girl that does it exclusively. And then I have one girl that does the financials and taking money from patients.
Uh-huh.
So if they have it's just organization. And actually my girls up front actually do it too. They keep a book and they
Yeah.
organize their day and it runs really efficiently. And then it's in our morning huddles we can determine if there's going to be any issues with patients coming in,
Yeah.
any conversations they had. So just really organizing your day, being on top of it, and being able
Hmm.
to teach yourself not to react
Yeah.
when something big comes up, like maybe there's a medical emergency with a patient with, anesthetic or whatever you have to call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Things like that can disrupt your day, but you, as an office manager, are going to set the tone of that office. You
Yeah.
are going to stay calm. And if you're calm, your staff is calm, your doctor's calm. And just,
Oh, it's
you know,
calm. Yeah.
make your schedule for the day and just
Hmm.
pace yourself. Don't feel like you have to get everything done in one day.
Yeah.
I didn't finish my insurance claims on Tuesday. I'm going to finish them today. I
Yeah.
was just working on them. That's okay. That's okay. I was
Give.
tied up with other
Hmm.
stuff on Tuesday. We're off on Wednesday. So I was tied off a lot of stuff on Tuesday, so I didn't get to everything. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the
Hmm.
world. You didn't
True.
fail at your job. You're doing
True.
good.
Yeah. Giving yourself that grace to just be able to live life and just relax because
Yeah. And then
that's the best work.
I would
That's when the best
recommend
work happens.
ADOM.
Sorry. Hmm.
I would recommend ADOM to every dental office manager out there. ADOM is your tool to
Mhm.
pretty much everything. You've got over 2,000, I think it's even more than that, office
Yeah.
managers nationwide behind you to answer questions. They have a Facebook page,
Hmm.
and I can just type on a question on their Facebook page, and within seconds, I have 5 office managers giving me advice.
It's fantastic. So, Virginia, this has been such an insightful conversation, and thank you for sharing your experience and your wisdom. And as promised, I will send you some, after this episode is edited, I'll send you some of the social media clips for you to use, as well as for you to also have this episode in your email and just be able to even share with the ladies that you work with and even Jacob. So, for everyone listening, I hope you've been benchmarking what Virginia has been saying, and also you'll be able to grab it via the link as well as her details. I'll put her link in the description as well as the dental practice, sorry, that she's working at. I'll also put the link in the description. And again, thanks so much, Virginia. This has just been amazing. Um, and
Thank you.
hopefully we
Thank you
can
for having
continue
me.
speaking again.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
Great, great. So this has been the Strategic Edge podcast, and it's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Later.
Bye bye.